Hello everyone, the subject of our presentation today is religious. We are divided into 5 parts altogether about religious tourism, Christian, Islam, Buddhism, and the women's direction of religious tourism.
What is religious tourism? When a person travels to a pilgrimage site primarily based on their religious belief, it is known as religious tourism. These travelers perform pilgrimage as a way to worship and enjoy salvation. However, there are Muslim and Jewish travelers who go for pilgrimage because it is obligated by their religion. Speaking of pilgrimage to the sacred place, the image of religious practice performed by enthusiastic believers is common. It is serious act driven by strong belief and earnest prayers, and is considered to be decisively different from sightseeing trips as entertainment. However, the family activity of tourism is an important key to thinking about modern pilgrimage to sacred site. As already mentioned, there are many tourists in the sanctuary. On the other hand, the number of people with enthusiastic faith and religion-centered situation in daily life is decreasing. The conversion of religious sanctuaries into tourist destination is a phenomenon seen all over the world. The momentum of the tourism industry since the modern era has surpassed domestic tourism, and the regions around the world are target for tourism. In a sense, each religion has a competitive relationship within the large framework of tourism, in which it aims to attract tourists while discovering and disseminating this uniqueness of its own history and culture, and sometimes creating new ones. This reality is also due to the fact that the characteristics of modern society are toward a highly consumer society. The expansion of consumption on a global scale has an affinity with the field of tourism. So, in the present age when tourism is flourishing, there may be some difference depending on the region, but religious sanctuaries and even more religious or even religious ones are the subject of consumption.
Hi everyone, my name is Sam, and now I'm going to show you Christian tourism.
Christian tourism is a subcategory of religious tourism and is geared towards Christian. One of the largest branches of religious tourism, it is estimated that 70% of the world Christians, about 168 million people, make a pilgrimage each year. Christian tourism refers to Christian tourism and hospitality around the industry. In recent years, it has included not only Christians participating individually or in groups in pilgrimages and missionary trips, but also religion-based cruises, leisure vacations, crusades, gathering, retreats, ministry, visits, guest accommodations, and Christian camps, as well as visits to Christian tourist sites. According to the Senate Management Association, 10 million people attend Sunyat, and number of volunteers is increasing every year. The Association of Christian Camps and Meeting notes that millions of people participate in CCCA membership camps and meeting, including more than 120,000 churches. Short-term missions attract more than 1 million participants each year. Christian attraction including Saturn Sound data attract 800,000 visitors a year, while Holy Land Experiences and Family Focus Welcome Center receive about 250,000 visitors a year. Christian attraction includes Creation Museum and Billy Graham Library, which also receive about hundreds of thousands of visitors a year. An independent state within Rome, the center of a Catholic Church and home to St. Peter Basilica and Sistine Chapel. There are many churches in Rome outside the Vatican. including San Giovanni Laterano, the Cathedral of the Pope, who was the Bishop of Rome. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre, also known as the Resurrection Hall, the site of Jesus' tomb, the Christian Holy Land. One of the Christian cathedrals in Jerusalem, located in the old city of East Jerusalem, Israel. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre is where Jesus Christ was killed, buried, and resurrected. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre was built in central Palestine. Jerusalem is the world-famous historical city. It is 4,000 years of history of the city, engraved with the mark of conquest and rise and fall. It is said that before Jesus was killed, he was carrying a heavy cross along the road of suffering and walked hard to the execution ground step by step. This is a tomb of James, one of the 12 apostles, was found in Santiago. So many pilgrims come to Santiago every year.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jin Hanxian. Next is up to me to publish Islam. Let's get to know Islam origin. The origin of Islam can be traced back to 17th century Saudi Arabia. Islam is thus the youngest of the great world religions. The Prophet Muhammad introduced Islam in 1610 AD after experiencing what he claimed to be an angelic visitation. Muhammad dictated the Quran, the Holy Book of Islam, which Muslims believe to be the persistent perfect words of Allah. And how did Islam spread? The faith of Islam spread very swiftly after the death of the Prophet Muhammad in 1632 AD, largely due to three factors. These were in no certain order: the ease of conversion, the political consolidation of the Islamic State, and the remarkable military effectiveness of Islamic armies. When Islam arrived on the scene in the first millennium AD, many people in the Arab world and North Africa still practiced pagan faiths, ones that often produced complicated ritualistic and spiritual practices along with social inequality. Islam, on the other hand, provided clear and simple tenets, placed heavy emphasis on social and legal equality, and offered conversion through a profession of faith that was both straightforward and easy to perform. Thus, Islam attracted vast numbers of converts from the very beginning. Additionally, originating with the Prophet, Islam embraced the notion of a political reality that incorporated theological principles and moral imperatives based on faith. Consequently, the Islamic State or Caliphate spread order, civilization, and infrastructure along with the religion. Medina, the second holy city of Islam, is known as the three holy places of Islam along with Mecca and Jerusalem. Islam has three holy sites, two of which are in Saudi Arabia and one in Jerusalem. The most important to Muslims is Mecca, which is in Saudi Arabia. The second is Masjid an-Nawawi, where the Prophet Muhammad is buried in Medina. The final holy place for Muslims is Masjid al-Aqsa in Jerusalem. First is Mecca. Mecca is considered the most holy city in Islam because it is the birthplace of the Prophet Muhammad, and it is said to be the location of the Kaaba. The building is inside the largest and holiest mosque in the Islamic faith, and it is the destination of the Islamic Hajj, or pilgrimage to Mecca, that all Muslims are required to make at least once in their lifetime. Followed by Medina. As Muhammad was a bit of nomad, Medina in Saudi Arabia holds a special place of significance for Muslims. Medina is where Muhammad called home and could be seen as the place where Islam took root. Muhammad's tomb is located in Medina, along with tombs of several other leaders or caliphs. Mecca and Medina are the two holy cities of Islam where non-Muslims are prohibited from entering. Finally, Jerusalem. Al-Aqsa Mosque is the third holiest mosque in Islam. Its status is second only to the Holy Mosque in Mecca and the Prophet's Mosque in Medina. Temple Mount in the old city of Jerusalem is a holy site for both Judaism and Islam. Jerusalem is a holy city in all three of the major Abrahamic religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. However, while Jerusalem is the holy city in the former two faiths, it is the third holiest in the Islamic faith and is the only one in Islam that is open to all faiths. Jerusalem, not Mecca, was the city toward which the earliest Muslims were directed to pray.
Hello, my name is Wang Chenxuan. I'm going to be talking with you about Buddhism. Buddhism is one of the three major religions in the world, along with Christianity and Islam. Sigamoni was founded in ancient India between the 6th and 5th century BC. Later, it spread widely in Asia and all over the world, and it had a significant impact on the social and cultural life of many countries. Buddhism was originally confined to the Gamgee village in central India, but it is still concentrated in East and Southeast Asia, where Buddhism has far more followers than any other religions, so tourists to Buddhism shrines is concentrated in this region. The world have 5 Buddhist holy places. However, with the development of history and the construction and management of Buddhist tourism, each country has its own Buddhist tourist resort. India, Lumbini Garden is the private garden of Lumbini. Because Sigamuni Buddha was born here, Lumbini Garden has become one of the most important holy places of Buddhism. Bodh means wisdom in India, and Bodh Gaya is the basis of wisdom in Gaya. It is named after Buddha Sigamuni, who attained enlightenment under a local Bodhi tree. Therefore, Bodh Gaya also has the literal meaning of the Bodhi tree in Gaya city. Thailand has more than 40,000 temples, the most famous of which is the Jade Buddha Temple. Jade Buddha Temple is located in the northeast corner of the Grand Palace in Bangkok, the capital of Thailand. Wutai Mountain is located in Shanxi Province, China. It is called Wutai Mountain because of its 5 small peaks. Foguang Temple is to me how China's earliest Tang Dynasty held their wooden structure.
Based on the travel industry, which is one of the tourism industries, it is necessary to establish a specialized religious tourism culture according to the characteristics of tourism activities in terms of developing religious tourism products for the revitalization and systematization of religious tourism. As a result, the development of religious tourism products for revitalization and systematization of religious tourism in the travel industry should be commercialized according to the characteristics of tourism activities. It is necessary to broaden the understanding of religious tourism and to create a specialized travel culture that can predict and prepare for the future travel market while researching changes and phenomena in consumers' choice according to the characteristics of religious tourism and deriving results. In addition, the travel industry should broaden its understanding of religious tourism and recognize that it is highly dependent on religious tourism and human resources and conduct cross-sectional research on the type of tourism destination and tourism partners that change with the times. In preparation for future market changes and globalization, it is necessary to prepare a system and service for creative religious tourism that meet the needs of consumers. Thank you for listening our presentation and have a nice day. Thank you.